Alright, so come back to you. The issue with this vehicle, it's a 2000 and let's see, 2013, and it is a 3-liter Mercedes V6. This one has DEF. It has the after treatment system on it. Alright, so the issue at hand with this one is I've already done it. It was such a simple job, and I'm trying to work, get everything done tonight. It's pretty late already. So the issue at hand was the bolts mounting the fan to the clutch had came loose and fell out. Try to get this thing in focus for you. They had fell out, and there was only a couple bolts holding this fan on. So I went ahead and replaced the fan. You got a Torx right here, and then you got a push clip, which is like a 6-pin connector, and take that off. It's easiest to get a pick right here, a right angle pick, and hold the clip and just kind of push it up. You got a Torx here. Let's see. Well, not a Torx, but a inverted Torx. It's an E10. I'm gonna take that off. Take your push connector off. Like I said, I think it's like a 6 or 5 spade. And then what I like to do, which most of y'all probably ain't gonna have it at the house, but what I like to do is use my air hammer. And I got that chisel from Snap-on. It's pretty darn long. That's probably 1.5 foot long chisel. And I take the chisel, and this is a reverse thread. So what I like to do is get right here on one of the heads of the nut. Let me see. One of the heads of the nut right there, and kind of make an impression with the chisel, and then work my way over and get the nut off. It's the easiest way I found to do it. If you do a lot of these all the time, check with your local Snap-on man. Just ask them for the extra long chisel for your air hammer. If not, then you can use just a regular old wrench and take it off. Nothing wrong with that. So basically that's what we came down to. To get the shroud off, you have 3 clips. There's one way down there at the intercooler. There's one midways right there. There's another one right here. And there's one right there, right there, right there, and right there. And to get it up and out of here, the worst thing is getting it past this radiator hose. So what I like to do is I have to push this radiator hose pretty much flat up against the neck here to get it past. And you have to watch these lines over here at the same time. It's a little pain, but it beats draining your coolant system and taking it out. So just yank that out of there, pull your fan and clutch assembly out, which here's the old one. I'll show you it. See, this one right here was a little bigger. I took it off, as you can see. It really got chewed up there. Make sure you don't go too far with the air hammer, because you'll make an impression on that thread, and then you'll be in some deep water there. But it came off nonetheless. The air hammer never fails. Like I said, you can use a regular old wrench. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. But yeah, let me see if I can get this. If I can get this on video here. So as you can see, 2 were missing, and these were already cracked. See how they're cracked? So this thing was a matter of days away from just kaboom. And you need a radiator. You would need a belt, probably, an upper radiator hose, multiple hoses, a shroud, definitely. And there's no telling what else it would have tore up. It could have tore up idler pulleys. So there's another big thing with these Sprinters is 3 liters, and the 2.1s is always, when you look at your vehicle, check your oil, just grab this fan, just shake it, just pull on it, see if it's firm. Same way with the shrouds. The shrouds on these things crack a lot. And if you have a cracked shroud and it hits that fan, it's game over. I had one do it, and the radiator was gone. It's a pain to take the radiator out on these sprinters. It takes a while. Another thing too, I had the the fan hub mount that bolts to the front of the block. I had that break apart in half when one of these fans disintegrated. It was such a violent hit from the fan hitting some, I guess, the shroud or something else. It actually cracked that cast mount right there, and it destroyed everything. It was horrible. It was about $2,000 or $3,000 in damage. That's why I say just check your fan. Just get in here, it's like I'm doing here, and just grab it and just pull it in and out and up and down. Check your shroud, make sure it's tight and firm. To get to this point, I'm just going to run through here. Just put your hose back, take and put your box back on the tabs here, push it down. Alright, you're going to put your jumper cable back on, take your hose, put it back on, take your intake pressure sensor wire, plug that back up, mass airflow, plug that back up, and then you're going to need your 7mm. 7mm here. We'll finish this up real quick while y'all are watching. I need to get a GoPro. It'd be a lot easier than y'all shaking all around. But tighten that up. Alright, so that's tight. Everything's back good. This intake pipe is missing. I got it on order. It ain't gonna hurt the power of the vehicle or anything. It's just brings in cool air. It's just probably gonna increase or lower your fuel mileage. But yeah, that's it. I mean, I wish I got the removal and everything, but it's pretty straightforward on these. Just like I said, just make sure this clip, pull this clip up, make sure that's going to stay there, and make sure this is tight. So, but other than that, that's about it. Yeah, these are, I gotta say, these are some of the toughest cargo vans that you can buy that's new. My service truck over there, it's pretty heavy. I'm not going to tell you what it is or how heavy it is, but it's very heavy. It's right at the top of its payload, and it hauls it around like it's nothing to it. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. I'll catch you next week when I get back to work. So I'm going to take an early weekend and finish up the white dually. I know this is a first gen page, but there's going to be a little mix of everything. A little bit of stuff from work, a little bit of stuff on the farm. Oh shoot, there's going to be, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a little bit of everything. Like I said, we're going to get on the first gen white dually this weekend, and it's gonna be interesting. We've got to pretty much rebuild the whole brake system on the Dana 70, and yeah, a little bit of stuff. Got some ISPRO gauges, a pillar gauge and a dash gauge that's got to be finished up. So stay tuned for all that. Oh shoot, what else we got to do? Dual DIN radio. A lot of y'all probably looking to see how you can fit a dual DIN radio in a first gen. It's gonna be interesting. Like I said, I'll keep y'all in the works with it and try to get the best videos I can with these phones. For the time being, like I said, I'm gonna try to get a couple GoPros and go from there. But that's it. I'm ready to head home. All right, y'all be good. I'll see you on the next one.